Well, we are having some fun here in the studio today, and also giving some people in the newsroom some heart palpitations as this beautiful creature made its way into the newsroom. We have Emily Cowan here with us as well, who is the wildlife curator over at the Discovery Playhouse in Cape Girardeau. Brought a little friend, Stevie. Stevie, who I just learned was named after Stevie Nicks, so rock star snake here with us today, and very, very active.
Yeah, she is. She is partially blind, so she's a little cautious, but she's also super, super curious. Like, she was just smelling all over you.
She was very interested in me, and not so much at the moment, but she was earlier. And snakes, oh my gosh, we have really been starting to hear about people seeing them. Now, I haven't seen one myself. Usually I see 2 or 3 in my yard every spring, but I haven't seen them yet, but I know a lot of people are starting to see them.
Yeah, and there's a reason for that, actually. So that it's a perfect example of what we're talking about today. So most people are familiar with hibernation, which is what mammals do.
Okay, how do I do this?
Any way that you're comfortable with.
All right.
If you're comfortable, she's comfortable.
Okay, you keep rapping and talking. And
mammals and other endothermic animals, they hibernate. So, and usually that's seasonal, so they'll be inactive all winter. Reptiles and other endothermic creatures, they do what's called brumating, and that's not necessarily seasonal. It can be circadian, it can be seasonal. So the difference is, whereas an animal that hibernates will be asleep all winter, a brumating animal will wake up for water. They can wake up and stir around. They might even hunt. So you might see them even on warmer days, like right now. Technically, they would still be brumating, but since we've had the warmer temperatures, they're realizing, oh, okay, well now it's time to come out.
Time to come out and play and scare everyone.
After it gets colder, they might just still come out on warm days just to sun. So I mean, I've found garter snakes in November, you know, on a warm enough day.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So yeah, they'll be out to sun, and then they'll go right back into brumation.
And we've talked about how Snake Road over in southern Illinois, they've already opened, or they've closed the road so that the snakes can make their way across the road because, well, I guess she wants to just slither around here.
She's just
That's
checking
fine.
it out.
Because we've had these warm temps and they're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, not all reptiles brumate though. Actually, ball pythons, for example, they don't brumate because where they live in Africa, the temperature stays so consistent with them between 68 and 86 degrees. They don't have to brumate. They don't have to hide from the temperatures. So they are active all year round.
And this lovely creature, you can go and see her at the Discovery Playhouse.
She's there all year round. Again, even if she did brumate in the wild, she wouldn't where she is right now because she's in captivity, and I keep the temperature, you know, we mimic that with their enclosures. That's the #1 goal, is that you want to mimic their environment. So she has her warm side, which stays at about 86. And then she has a cool side, which stays between like 68 and 70.
Okay.
So she can regulate herself. Since she can't do it with her own body temperature, she has to rely on the temperature in her tank so she can move about wherever she feels comfortable.
All right, and this is a ball python.
She is a ball python,
Pretty docile creatures.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of teachers, if they have snakes in classrooms, they have ball pythons because they are, well, obviously non-venomous, which is lovely, and yeah, they don't get to be too big either, do they?
No. Okay, so with a male, you're looking at about 3 to 4 feet. Females are usually about a foot longer, so 4 to 5 feet. Stevie's fully grown, so she's 16 years old, so she's as big as she's going to get.
16.
You might see an outlier here or there, like you might see a slightly bigger one, but that's, you know, that's going to be an outlier, like I said.
Right. Wow, I'm not usually this up and close and personal. This is definitely an experience for me. And anything else exciting going on at the Discovery Playhouse?
We do have breakfast with the bunnies coming up in late March. This is the day before Easter, I believe. So it's on a Saturday, and you can come and see all kinds of exotic animals. We're not just going to have the living collection that we usually have. Jake Butler from Klondike Kid Exotics will be there with all kinds of really cool creatures. Families will get to take pictures with the Easter Bunny. We're going to have breakfast, so it's going to be a super good time.
That's great. Well, I could just stay here and talk with you and Stevie all day, but I guess we probably need to take a break. This has been fun. I don't get to hold snakes every day, so thank you to Emily and Stevie for coming in this morning. We'll take that break and we'll be back here soon.